I was brought up whenever we'd go to the funeral home, if it was somebody really, really close, like an aunt or an uncle or my mama's brother, whatever, she was pulling out that camera taking a picture of them.
Yeah, I never really understood that yesterday. There were so many people in my book, and I kept calling her out for it. Why is this person in my book? Why is that person in my book?
And what did she say?
And well, when I asked her about a dead person in my book, she said, well, it'll be all right. It's good for you.
It's good for you.
That's all she ever said.
Yeah, she said it was good for you. I was wondering how many people still do that. Because when I was growing up, like I said, you did that. And with, like, when my granny died, and she was like the number one in our family. So when she died, it hit everybody hard. And we actually brought her home. That's another thing. Do people bring the bodies home now? Because we brought her home, and that's where she stayed until the funeral. She went to the funeral home, they fixed her up and everything, and then we brought her home, and that's where she stayed. My uncle stayed with her overnight, and that's like, he didn't sit up with them. I know one of the things is sitting up with the dead, but he didn't do that.
See, I ain't never heard of that.
You didn't know he stayed?
No.
He stayed all night long. Like, she was in the living room in the casket, and he was in the bedroom in her bed. And so the joke was, like, we got up the next morning and we were like, well, how did Granny do last night? Because there, to the end of her life, she had got to where, I think she might have been in so much pain during the night, she would wake up and she would kind of moan or be crying a little bit because she was just in so much pain. So we asked him, we was like, how did Granny do last night? He's like, didn't hear a peep out of her. Of course you're not going to hear a peep out of her.
Well, yeah.
Would you do that?
Would I stay up with a dead body? No.
Would you sleep in there?
No.
He did.
Oh.
And it was the first time I had heard of it because all my other grandparents had passed away before I was born. So, well, except for my mama's mama, but they didn't do that with her. They took her to the funeral home. But my daddy's daddy, they did the same thing. They brought him home. So, anyway,
I'm sorry. I love you, but I'm not bringing you home, and I'm not sitting up with you.
I wanted to bring Papa home when that time comes, and I had discussed bringing him home, and he won't let us do it because he said, well, you're going to have to move the stove to get me in the door because you can't cut that corner going in the back door, and the only way you can get me in is bring me in the front door, but then you're going to have to move the stove, which is just a tall, skinny potbelly stove, just a tall one. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that because we had to do a bunch of stuff to get Granny in the house, but he says no, he don't want to do it. He's already planned his funeral and everything. That's side point. But anyway, so anyway, what I was going with this, I have a whole photo album of Granny.
I've seen that photo album.
Because Nanny took the pictures and gave them to me, so I was like, well, I'm not going to mix these pictures in with everybody else. I'm going to make her own book.
Yeah.
And it was her own book, and it had her flowers in it, and then, of course, my mama, Nanny, wants to say, y'all get together and let me take a picture. Y'all get together and let me take a picture.
Anytime.
And even when somebody dies, she'll go, y'all smile. But I don't know. That's just kind of like, is that a thing anymore? Because I don't take pictures of people that have passed away anymore. But as the saying goes, is back in the day when it was so expensive to take pictures, when somebody would pass away, especially when a child would pass away, they took pictures of that child to remember them. And they would even take that child and place that child like in the living room. They would set that child up and make it look like a family portrait because the child was gone and they didn't have that memory.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they say they've done it. So
I don't know about that.
I don't know, like, that's a question that we got. Do y'all still do we still do that? Do we still bring them home and sit up with the dead or sleep in there with the dead? I mean, do we do that? So
You won't catch me doing that.
What if it's my last wish?
I mean, if it was you, that'd probably be different. Because you my mama. And you my number one go-to. So, I mean, of course you would be different. But, I mean, if you're talking about anybody else, like, no.
You out if it was just me and you in the house?
I don't think it would. I mean, now, like, your body moved and your nerves hit or something like that. Because they say that happens.
I don't know that happens much anymore because you're embalmed, but then now I'm hearing nowadays that you don't have to be embalmed. That would be cool. I wouldn't get embalmed, and then I'll move in the middle of the night and trip you out.
Hey, that actually wouldn't be a bad idea because you want to be buried with no bra on, so then I can take your bra off.
They wouldn't know.
Exactly.
Because I think that's a law in the state of North Carolina, ain't it?
Yeah.
Or they say it was, that you got to have a bra on. I don't understand that.
Look, I be done cut that thing off.
Somebody better cut that bra off. Because I'm going to be in my pajamas, and who wears a bra with their pajamas? Somebody better cut that bra off. Don't you let them put me in that ground or in that mausoleum until that bra is off. I don't care what you got to do.
I'll be like, can I just have 5 minutes with my mama, please?
Cut that.
Have
cut
some
that thing.
scissors. Nolan, what? Bring me some scissors. What you need scissors
And
for?
lift her up. Because she's still. Lift her up. I know that's a lot to put on you. And if you have to, you have to. But I'm going to need you to just try to talk to somebody about that. Because I wonder if you could put that in your will. Like, and you can put that in your... I'm gonna talk to somebody from the funeral home and ask them about that. Because it's not right. It's your body. You're paying to be buried. Why? If I don't want a bra on, why do I have to have a bra on?
Look, I can't lay flat on my back and not have and be no. And have.
You want me to bury you on your stomach?
No, I want to be cremated.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I want to be cremated.
I might be cremated because, I mean, you're going to be dead.
I mean, whoever wants my body can have my body, but a little part of my body better go in the ocean. I like the beach.
Well, I'm hoping I'll be dead before you're dead, so you better put that on somebody else.
I'll tell Abby. Abby will do it.
Abby gets freaked out about stuff like that. You better pick Anna.
Yeah, Anna will do it.
Anna will do it.
I'll be like, look, I'll leave you about $100.
She'll do it for 10.
Yeah.
She'll do anything for
She'll
money.
do it for money.
Yeah, she'll do anything for money. So, anyway, we're going to cut this video now, and we just want to know, it's an Appalachia thing, I know, but does anybody else do that? Do you take pictures? Do you sit up with the dead? What traditions do you have when somebody dies? We want to know, because we're in North Carolina.
And do you want to be buried with your bra on? Because I know I don't.
Do you want to be... Yes, absolutely. What do you want to be buried in? I want to be buried in my pajamas. What do you want to be buried in?
Like I said, I'm getting cremated.
Oh, she's getting cremated. So
give me my sweatpants and a sweatshirt. I'm good.
Okay. So, let us know. We want to know. In other parts of... I know there's somebody from another country, a couple people from another country. What do y'all do? I kind of want to be in a mausoleum. So, I mean,
just spread me out.
Well, that's going to be on somebody else, I hope. So, I don't want...
Sprinkle me in the ocean a little bit. I can swim with the fishes and be with a little mermaid like I always want to be. Take me and you know, if I ever do have kids, hopefully I do, they can have part of my body. Here's a little sprinkle for you. Here's a little sprinkle for you.
They can put them in necklaces and stuff.
Yeah.
Watches, necklaces. They can put them in that kind of stuff.
And I mean, if the girls wanted some and they still left over, they could have some too.
Right. Right. We got you. They got you. Not me, I hope. Anyway. Y'all let us know. Leave it in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We're trying to get our channel growing. And we're going to be doing some southern stuff soon. Some Appalachia southern stuff. Sayings. Words. How we pronounce stuff. We're going to be doing it.
Yeah, y'all probably already heard that we don't pronounce things correctly all the time.
And we're going to do a couple of videos on that. So, thank y'all.
Bye.